is extremely dynamic, visionary, super proactive in terms of addressing the concerns, and while interacting, I think he just mentioned jokingly, of course, that he is Dolo 650, which means if you have any pain, come to him, it will be sorted within minutes, and that's what he does. So we are truly honored to have very, very dynamic Shri Nara Lokesh with us. We will begin with the lighting of lamp. Sir, may I request you, along with all our office bearers, to please light the lamp and formally inaugurate the business session. Om Ganganapat Shri Siddhi Vinay I'll now request President ICC to kindly present the flower bouquet and also welcome our chief guest in our traditional way by presenting the local Uttariyo. That's a token of respect and honor on behalf of Indian Chamber of Commerce. And the bouquet also. And I think our love and affection is much, much bigger than the bouquet. And I think our love and affection is much, much bigger than this. Okay. With this, now I request President to please deliver his welcome address.
Namaskar. Good morning, everyone. Bharat Mata Ki Jai. It gives me a great, immense pleasure to welcome you all on this session on investment opportunity in Andhra Pradesh. We are deeply honored by the presence of Shri Nara Lokesh ji, Honorable Minister, Information Technology, Electronics, Communications and Human Resource Development, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Sir, your leadership focus on innovation and commitment building a future strategy ready Andhra Pradesh have made state one of the most attractive destination for the investment in Bharat. On behalf of ICC and all distinguished delegates present here today, I extend a very warm welcome and sincere thanks for joining us today, sir. Andhra Pradesh has emerged as one of the India leading investment destination with strong governance, modern infrastructure, excellent logistic port connectivity, industrial corridors, and very investor-friendly policies. Today, Andhra Pradesh attracts more than close to 25% of the country total FDI investment in just 9 months FY26. I think this itself spells and very clearly gives a message how friendly Andhra Pradesh is, how proactive, innovative, and the way this government is moving for Viksit Bharat 2047 and attracting FDIs. We beat electronics, chemicals, logistics, and now the world-class titanium park on the rare earth side. So I think all the future businesses, what I personally share with my values and all, and I see Andhra is ahead of building this. The state in the growing rapidly in the sector, in all the systems, in all the value chain, we beat AI, we beat automotive, technology, agri-food, and also the old cultural value chain what our Bharat enjoys. As someone from the steel industry, I would like to highlight that Andhra Pradesh has become the first destination for an investment in steel and metal industry, where the government has given the land on the coastline to build up the world-class facility and have attracted the investment of more than 1 lakh crore in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Sir, a big congratulations to you. And I must say, the world, one of the largest conglomerate like Ashlar, where they have been struggling for almost years in all the neighboring states and were challenging, Andhra was able to do this and make it happen in just close to 1.5 years. Sir, a big applause for you. The state has a large reserve of natural resources, a good coastline, and rich minerals such as ilmenite, rutile, zircon, beach sand, silica, bauxite. So, from the view of creating the value from the natural resources has a great potential in the state of Andhra Pradesh. The state is also developing the investment in the aerospace and defense and creating a separate zone for the special category industry for Viksit Bharat 2047. To make the most of these resources, Andhra Pradesh government is developing different park like titanium park in Srikakulam, rare earth corridor in Anakapalli, integrated titanium and rare earth park in Machilapatnam. The Andhra Pradesh government policy also support scientific, mineral processing and investor-friendly business practices. Investors also benefit from the Andhra Pradesh Industrial Development Policy, which offers faster approval through single window clearance, infrastructure support, land assistance, and special incentive for the larger project. Andhra Pradesh also has an advantage of major port including Visakhapatnam, Gangavaram, Krishnapatnam, Kakinada, Machilapatnam. Its strategic location also is a key corridor connecting the southern state like Chennai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad provide excellent connectivity for domestic as well as the global market. As India moves ahead, becoming stronger and more self-reliant economy, Andhra Pradesh is emerging as the most valued, preferred destination for investment, offering significant opportunity for the business growth and long-term success. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I'll now invite our Senior Vice President, Mr. Parthiv Neotia, to please formally introduce our chief guest.
Good morning, everyone. With the Honorable Minister's arrival, we've got some great weather as well. So thank you for coming here to Kolkata. I had written a speech that I was intending to give, but when I met him, and I want to share my brief one-hour interaction with the executive committee prior to this conference. He's a man that will put anyone in awe and shock of his personality, of his charisma, and of his clarity, and of his patriotism towards the country and his state. I have possibly never interacted with a more dynamic minister, someone that is deeply rooted to upbring the lives of the people of his state, to invite business, to establish policies which are forward-looking. There's no shying away from the fact that the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra has been a pioneer in establishing governance and transformation towards his state, whether it's in the past or it is even today. The Hyderabad model is something that we all aspire to be. As a matter of fact, in the mid-90s, late 90s, Kolkata and Hyderabad were quite similar in many ways. The real estate demand was the same. Today, Hyderabad accounts for more than 15x of demand of what Kolkata has to provide. And that is all the credit to do with Honorable C.M. Chandrababu Naidu's vision and his commitment in the early 90s, in the mid-2000s, and later towards developing such a strong economy. So thank you so much. Today we stand at a juncture in Bengal as well, which is very unique, where transformational government can really uphold the value system of the state, the vision of its people, and the commitment of the business community, not only within the state but in the country, in order to make the Viksit Bharat model possible. And I feel that there's so much learning to do from the governance structure, from the vision and the clarity of work that the government in Andhra Pradesh does. So it's actually a model that I think has to be a model case study for any transformation of a severe magnitude that they've been able to achieve. We were just interacting, and Honorable Minister said that we are a $220 billion economy, and our vision is to grow 10x to $2.4 trillion economy in 2047. These are not numbers, and when I speak to him, these are not numbers that he's just saying from some calculation. This is a thought-through plan that he has in his mind, that the government has in his mind, and he is ensuring stepwise activities to take place in order to achieve that goal. And it's a 10x growth. It is something absolutely remarkable, and I'm confident that the state like Andhra Pradesh will definitely achieve this. What distinguishes Andhra Pradesh is not only its natural advantages, but its commitment in creating an enabling business environment through proactive governance, policy support, and industry engagement. The TAT, the turnaround time from idea to execution, is probably the fastest that I have seen and I've heard of amongst any state in India. And so much credit has to go to the way the government has been reshaping the way they deal with business. It is a very peer-to-peer relationship. There's so much respect that is given to the business community. There's so much respect that the business community gives back to the government and its people. And that cohesive environment allows for a more engaging and fruitful economic development in that state. As you mentioned, not to say everything out loud, I think there's a lot that you would like to speak about, Andhra, but all I can say is that after the interaction, I'm in complete awe and in respect of the kind of work that you're doing. To see a Stanford graduate come back to India, join politics, to make a difference to the lives of the people of this country is truly mesmerizing, truly inspiring, and hopefully we in our small ways can also contribute to the vision of Viksit Bharat. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Mr. Neotia, thank you. We now have a short film on the state and what are the opportunities. Can we have the films? And if the lights can also go dim.
Why are some of the world's largest companies choosing Andhra Pradesh? Why is Google investing $15 billion in AI infrastructure in Andhra Pradesh? Why is ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India developing one of India's largest steel projects in Andhra Pradesh? Why are global leaders across manufacturing, technology, renewable energy, and advanced industries expanding their presence in Andhra Pradesh? The answer lies in one word: speed. Not just the speed of approvals, the speed of execution, the speed at which infrastructure is created, and the speed at which investments move from commitment to construction. A 1,053-kilometer coastline, 6 operational ports, 7 airports, 3 major industrial corridors, 19,000 plus acres of developed industrial land across 5 major industrial hubs. Andhra Pradesh is creating integrated ecosystems across artificial intelligence, quantum technologies, semiconductors, aerospace and defense, electronics, space technologies, green hydrogen, food processing, and advanced manufacturing. Creating not just projects, but complete value chains. Powering this transformation is a talent base of 38.4 million working age citizens and 550 plus technical institutions. Supporting this growth is one of India's most responsive governance systems.
Earlier I used to talk ease of doing business. Now I have changed the gear, speed of doing business. Even speed of delivering governance. So with technology I can track everything. Once you sign MOU, it is our project. Either land clearance, approvals, hand-holding, without any problem, it will go very smoothly. Everything we are assuring.
Fast-track approvals, infrastructure-ready industrial parks, and land banks. Single-window clearances through the AP Single Desk Portal. Group of ministers-led project monitoring. Direct oversight at the highest levels of government. A governance model designed to move investments from intent to implementation. The momentum culminated at the CII Partnership Summit 2025. 600 plus MOUs, 13.25 lakh crore plus in investment commitments, 16 lakh plus potential employment opportunities. But the real story began after the summit. Today, projects worth 9 lakh crore plus are already moving to implementation. Across the state, investments are becoming factories, campuses, industrial ecosystems, and jobs. Google, ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India, LG Electronics, Renew, Reliance, AM Green, Cognizant, Daikin, Apollo Tires, Bharat Dynamics, Bharat Electronics. Different sectors, different industries. One common reason: confidence. Confidence in Andhra Pradesh's ability to execute. Ease of doing business to the speed of doing business. The next chapter of India's growth story begins in Andhra Pradesh. Choose speed, choose Andhra Pradesh.
That's impressive. I think when people still talk of ease of doing business, state speaks of speed of doing business. I'm sure you have also noticed on the extreme panel, the theme of the state, Swarnandhra. And two important words which are there, of course, we as chamber, we all understand wealth and we talk of wealth, but there are two more things, that is happiness and health. So that's truly amazing, the way state has really balanced how the state wants to progress, and I think that is where we would also like to acknowledge and compliment the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Shri Chandrababu Naidu. With these words, I invite our chief guest today, Honorable Shri Nara Lokesh Garu, to please address us. I think everybody in this room is very, very eager to hear you and also get a feel of the energy you bring with you.
To all the speakers before me, thank you for raising the expectations. You made it tough. Good morning, everyone. I would like to thank ICC for having me here today. The invitation was when the previous administration was in power, and I have now come here after the administration got changed. But I'm really humbled to be in presence of successful entrepreneurs, thought leaders, wealth creators, and nation builders. For me, as growing up, there was a saying, what Bengal thinks today, India thinks tomorrow. So it's a very humbling experience to be back in Kolkata and be amongst all of you. And what I believe is the capital for the intellectual, cultural, and economic journey of India. I truly believe that stronger Bengal also means stronger India. And I was very fortunate to meet the Honorable Chief Minister last evening. Suvindiji had tremendous amount of energy and passion. The number of questions he asked me in the 1 hour really amazed me. And then he gave me at least 10 tasks to do, including sharing our policies. And I was sharing with the core committee of the Chamber of Commerce that have sized up competition, and I know competition is now from even West Bengal for us. So passion is very important, and I believe that when states compete, India wins. And I believe that competition brings the best out of all of us. And I truly believe that states can actually work together in quite a few sectors and look at how we can sort of complement our strengths and really build a greater Bharat together. And what amazed me is the Chief Minister's passion to singularly create jobs. So he asked me a straight question. He said, how are you doing land pooling? What is the model that Andhra Pradesh is following? Because seemingly you are able to convince, because land is a very emotional part of every Indian, convince the farmer that yes, the future is tied with creating jobs, your children, your future. How are you able to do it? And when I explained the policy, he just said, yaar, jaldi bhejna. Send the policy immediately and we will actually evaluate it and implement it. My dear friends, India is at the inflection point. West is looking at India, East is looking at India. The demographic dividend is here to be reaped. I truly believe that we have an amazing Prime Minister. Look at the stability that he has brought to a great nation. If you look at our neighbors, a little even further down, the number of prime ministers that are getting changed. We are very fortunate to have a Prime Minister like Narendra Modi ji. He is able to bring reforms at the national level, but then he is looking at states to execute those reforms. And Andhra Pradesh as a state is leading on execution. As the leadership just shared, 100 rupees that's getting invested in India, out of that 25 rupees is actually coming to the great state of Andhra Pradesh. And a lot of people ask me, what makes Andhra Pradesh different? Why Andhra Pradesh? And I'll give you 3 S's. All of us love that. The 3S, why you should choose Andhra Pradesh. First one is speed. If my video didn't sell speed, I'll do it all over again. I'll give you a few data points. I think it's very important to appreciate it. The first handshake that I had with Google leadership team to actually shovel was 13 months. And it took us 13 months because we had to also work with the federal government, central government, to look at changing permanent establishment, giving tax incentives at the central government level. We got all that done 13 months later. India's single largest FDI investment since independence was grounded in the great state of Andhra Pradesh. The second example shared here today is ArcelorMittal project. I met Aditya in Davos 2019. He was not giving me time back then, so I caught him at the Tata Nightcap, which Chandra sir hosts every year, and I caught him. I tried to convince him, but he said, I'm sorry, I committed to the other state, so I won't be able to do it. But then, as we lost an election in 19, but 24, as soon as India won in Andhra Pradesh, I reached out to Aditya and I said, "Yeah, 5 saal ho gaya hai, things have not moved. Are you open to having a conversation?" And over a Zoom call, he had 3 specific asks, and I said, "Give me time till tomorrow morning." My call was around, I think, 6:30 or 7 in the evening. I said, "I typically meet the Honorable CM at 9:30 in the morning. You'll have my answer." And I explained to my Honorable CM what the asks were. By about 10, I replied saying, "All 3 are done, and welcome to Andhra Pradesh." And that brought in a 20 million metric ton green steel plant to south of Visakhapatnam. Think about it. From the Zoom call to shovel, 17 months, including environmental clearance, getting the slurry pipeline. So you know how difficult it is. The amount of work we had to do. So you heard the video of the Honorable Chief Minister that once you shake hands, it's no longer your project, becomes our project. So we are in it together. If it means we have to convince the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Finance Minister, the Heavy Industries Minister, anyone possible, we will do it and we will do it together. And that's the example of what we have done with ArcelorMittal. The third example I'd like to share with you is the AMCA project, the Advanced Multi-Combat Aircraft project. It's India's stealth aircraft project. It's under advanced tender stage. It will be given to the private sector. As soon as we heard it, we reached out to the Raksha Mantri ji, Rajnath Singh ji, and we said, no other option but you have to come to Andhra Pradesh. So he said, done. If you can give me 600 acres and access to a runway, we'll do it. Absolutely. So from that letter to groundbreaking, 37 days. And we got it done in Puttaparthi. So speed is something we really mean, and we will deliver on it. And with true passion, we are all standing in front of you. The second is stability. I think all of you are looking at stability in governance, stability in policy. That is very, very critical. To few of the partners who are here, who are already in Andhra Pradesh, on the dais, all of you know whatever our leadership does stands the test of time and politics. There is no shortcut to success, and we follow the due process, do it right, and we provide stability. The third S is service. I look at all of you as nation builders. You create jobs. You create ecosystems. You are the people who can deliver the dream of our Honorable Prime Minister, which is Vikasit Bharat. So we are here to deliver on the promise of service. That brings me to something I've always admired about the Marwadi community. There is a famous saying, correct me if I'm going wrong here, Grahak Bhagwan hota hai. Since the customer is God. You are our customers and we are here to service you. All of you generationally have built amazing businesses. In my past life, I was a second generation entrepreneur. We as a family run India's second largest dairy business, started by my father, now my wife runs it, also Stanford MBA. She pays for my credit card bills. That's why I can stay in such a good hotel. So I know how difficult it is to build brands. I truly understand how difficult it is to ground projects. But we are here to serve you. We want to be part of your growth story, and we want to create a history. You know, a lot of the leaders here know that I am one WhatsApp message away. It's not AI, it is me behind it. I spend about 3 hours catching up on WhatsApp messages. Every moment I get, I try and catch up, reply. I call myself the Donor 650 of Andhra Pradesh. So if you have a headache, I'm here. Big, small, any size, I'm here to resolve it. But together, we should work, we should build a great ecosystem. And Andhra Pradesh will move, no second thoughts about it. Please understand that Andhra Pradesh today is a $220 billion economy, will be a $2.4 trillion economy. It is not if Andhra Pradesh grows, Andhra Pradesh will grow, and we would love to have you as a partners of our growth trajectory and story. All of you know Mr. Naidu. He has a proven track record. He's done it in the past with Hyderabad. What took Hyderabad 30 years, I believe, will take Visakhapatnam Economic Region 10 years. And that's the pace at which we are moving. You've seen that we are building 3 economic regions, distinct zones, distinct clusters, very focused, very thematic areas, because beyond the incentives we give, if companies have to thrive, the ecosystem is going to be very, very critical. And what we have seen is that companies trip and fall because of lack of ecosystem and lack of foresight in terms of the regulatory framework that is required. So we are here to provide the safe guardrails to ensure that you not only succeed, but you thrive over a period of time. So you don't need to wait for months, years. For us, it's all about days. I jokingly say Andhra Pradesh government has attention deficit disorder. So we measure ourselves in days. You've seen that we have a group of ministerial body. I'm the chairman of that body. We review all your projects on twice a month. We move the needle, we review what the challenges are, so on and so forth. For all the mega investments, I personally update, including Chandra sir from Tata Sun. They get a message from me every Saturday night or Sunday morning with the note on all the Tata projects in Andhra Pradesh. And so I do for JSW, the Adani Group, the Reliance industry. I do that for all the major investments. So that's the amount of passion with which we are here. We are here to deliver on the promise. All of you have seen my Chief Minister, but I believe he's in as a new avatar. It's 4.0. This is his 4th term. He's backed with a very young team. I was just sharing with the leadership. While our political party is 44 years old, 50% of our legislatures this time are first-timers. 17 out of 25 ministers are first-timers. So I'm actually now a senior minister in Mr. Naiduji's cabinet. It's not my grey beard. This is actually my 2nd term with him. So we bring a lot of passion, energy. We keep the ego at the door. We are here to help. We're here to solve problems. So we believe that strong states is strong nation. And together we need to work. We need to make India proud. This is our time. And together we can do it. So thank you very much for hosting me. I'm really excited to be here. I love more a dialogue. I love rapid fire questions. So if you have anything that we can do, help you out any doubts that you have, we are here. I'll be more than happy to answer. Apart from that, I will share with the leadership the contact numbers of our Economic Development Board. We have a board which reports to the Honorable Chief Minister, headed by a mid-career IAS officer who will track each and every project. Small, medium, large, mega, every project gets tracked. There's an entire life cycle tracking mechanism that's in place. It gets reported to the Chief Minister on a periodic basis. So I'll share those contact numbers of the Economic Development Board, and we would love to host you, see you in Andhra Pradesh. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Jai Hind.
I think truly impressive, and I was just thinking what really investors look for. Investors look for care, speed, ease, attention, and of course they look at growth and safety of capital. And Andhra truly offers all of that. And when we hear that you are the senior minister, that really shows how young the cabinet is, and that is how the energy and the enthusiasm. It's really infectious. I'm sure people in this room are also catching the same kind of energy. Now it's time, as our chief guest has mentioned, he's open to take questions, suggestions, or any thoughts, but we would request everybody to be quite brief while you ask the questions. So the floor is open now. If anybody would like to ask any question. Yeah, can we have the mics? Yeah, after this, we go to
Dr. Singh, I think I would like to start with the first question, humbly.
Sure, please.
So, first and foremost, whatever sir has said, every single word is a fact. We are living proof, whether it is me, whether it is Bhushan Bhaiya, whether it is Bijaji, anyone who does business in Andhra Pradesh has seen it. 2 months ago, I had the pleasure of meeting sir for 5 minutes. I asked for, we spent 40 minutes. In that 40 minutes, till date, 33% of our largest company, 33% of the investment has been in Andhra Pradesh. After meeting sir, I stepped out and I told Dad that 50% plus is going to go to Andhra Pradesh no matter what happens. And I'm scared that when he meets sir, what is going to happen today. But, sir, what triggered this speed of doing business? You have executed it, but what caused that thought, and how were you able to execute it this quickly?
Actually, no one ever asked me this question. It was Tata Sons chairman Chandra sir, where as soon as the government changed, Naidu ji in his true trademark said, Chandra ji, you have to be the co-chair of Andhra's economic growth model. So when Chandra sir came, so the Honorable Industries Minister received him and I was sending him off. So I got good 45 minutes to drive with him to the airport, and I said, sir, as Tata Group, what are you looking for? He said, speed. I said, can you elaborate? He said, Lokesh, today we are investing, each project is $3, $5, $10 billion. And just imagine, because of regulatory red tape, if the project gets delayed by 6 months, a year, just the interest cost will kill that line. Simple. So if there's a great service you can do to the nation, do it by delivering on speed. And that was the clear message I got from Chandra sir. So from there we have built that capacity and we have internalized this and we have made it our mojo that was speed should be our focus. So whenever we talk to anyone, we say, how can we do better? How can we improve our performance? So we made it part of our DNA now, culture as a state. So when things take months, it actually hurts us. And then we've sensitized our collectors, sensitized the entire political system that speed matters, and we need to deliver on it. So it was actually from the private sector that said speed is what matters, and today we're able to deliver on it. Thank you.
First of all, let me share my experience in Andhra Pradesh. We had been in the state for almost more than 10 years. We have taken a old sick plant, we revived it, and close to 3,000 people are working in that company now. After the new government, and we had been following Chandrababu Naidu for almost years and years, because when people were not talking of the IT, tech, renewal, I think that was the story when our Honorable Chief Minister was speaking 10-15 years before. That time as well, I had a couple of meetings with him. It was a lovely meeting, but because of the change in the government and some change in the policies and all, we could not participate. But in last 3 months, I would love to share my experience. We have a flat steel division, where the CEO, Mr. Uday, and my team is also here. They went to Andhra, they requested for the land, they requested for some policy, some incentives or some kind of concern what they had. Everything was through over the telephone. In 30 days, we were being able to close the land. In 45 days, we got an allotment letter. And I feel like, we are not working with any government, which is, as a entrepreneur, we have investment in almost more than 9-10 states. And we are working in multiple states. But the kind of spectacular response, drive, what I am seeing with this government, I feel like, we are working like a partner, not like a government. Sir, a big thank you, and I really feel very proud today to share this dais with you, your experience, and after meeting today in person with you, I feel like I have personally become a big fan of you. Let me share this. Your humbleness, your kindness, your, the way, your touch, your Meadows touch, I would say, is something I can't, there is no word. Thank you once again. Thank you once again.
Namaskar, sir. Sir, my name is Amit Mittal. We are developing a coal block in Chhattisgarh. And we intend to develop, we are already operating more than 1,000 plus megawatt worth of power plants, both in IPP, CPP capacities with our associate and group companies. Now we are planning to develop a 1600 megawatt power plant. The request is twofold. Generally, to achieve the vision of Viksit Andhra Pradesh also, you would be needing power, as we all know, for Google data center, everything. When the power tender comes in, two conditions are generally mentioned by the state discoms. One, that they have got Shakti coal linkage from Government of India, and they push the developer to use that Shakti coal. Now, and secondly, that the plant need to be necessarily located in the state where power is required. Now, this makes power uncompetitive, because if it is not near the coal area, the overall burden will fall on the ultimate consumer. So the request is these two things may be seen when the state discom is going to issue the tender, which we believe it would be doing, because for quite some time no long-term tender has been issued by the state. So that's a.
So the biggest number I'll give you is year on year our energy consumption has grown by 17%, 17. So on a 15 gigawatt scale, think about 17%, it's massive. And this is before all of them have started commercial production. Right, cement, data centers, few other plants are now coming up, steel, ArcelorMittal, Royal Enfield, fighter jets. I mean, we are genuinely worried that now we need to deliver on the energy bit. So that's why we came up with this tender. So we'll actually go through the process. We'll take your feedback loud and clear. We will require a lot more energy than what we have done. And the mandate of my CM is very clear. He said that low cost of energy should be a strategic advantage. So what we are actually working on is reducing the cost at which we are procuring energy. So RTC is very important, but price is also equally important. So you'll be surprised to hear, as a state, we have so far reduced I think about 47 paise of procurement price. Just on that. So we've revived thermal power plants. Hindujas have had a large exposure to Andhra and how much they've suffered. Now it's actually very profitable. Because, and their energy is actually very inexpensive for the state compared to any other thermal plant. So we are just going where the price is competitive and more long term. So we'd love to take this feedback loud and clear. We'll work with the energy minister, the secretary, and we'll come back. Obviously, pithead is any day cheaper than moving the coal all the way. Energy, transmission of energy is a lot cheaper. So I take your point loud and clear.
I would also like to add one more question on this, sir. Today, the Central Electricity Authority, they have a guideline of putting up a 800 megawatt of supercritical boiler. Now it is efficient, 10-15%. But when we are taking from the view of the buyer, if I am able to do, or if somebody is able to do at 500 megawatt at a competitive price, that is important, or supercritical? Because today the challenge of setting up a mega power plant is the machine delivery. We don't allow the Chinese import, so we are stuck with the BHEL deliveries, which has been blocked by the big boys, for 5-7 years, which is also creating the wall for a new entry and the other boys enjoying the higher premium. So it would be the humble request, if we can, consider this, like either we have to be a price conscious, delivery conscious, execution conscious, or we are fighting with the same. So this is actually a big roadblock for any private, the generators to enter this market at this challenge. So I think my team is here. We will definitely love to share our values and all. We have a block in Chhattisgarh. We are developing that coal block. So we are working on the IPP power, which state and how, because transporting coal, increasing the cost, and the biggest challenge what our country is going to suffer or is suffering is the transmission challenge, because via solar, we block the transmission, and with the kind of demand and generation, and the ecosystem is also, more need to be lined up in the time to come. So this is going to be a good value, personally I see, but we'd like to discuss more in detail. Thank you, sir.
This will require intervention even at the central level. So we'll work on that. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
A very good afternoon, sir, and to the panel. And before starting, I would like to tell the floor that it is the best state to invest. We are an investor for the last 25 years in your state. And it all happened in Calcutta when your team under Chandrababu Naidu was here for a road show. We signed our agreement and it did see the light of the day. Very fast, with ease and speed. I'm a director at Conveyor and Ropeway Services. We have invested in Andhra Pradesh for a ropeway at Kailashgiri Hill and running it for the last 25 years. We are investors in 7-8 states. But today my question to you is, ropeways are the most sustainable and modern urban transport coming up throughout the world. Sir, we are trying to get ropeways as urban transport, which has many, many advantages over road transport, even battery cars. And I have given presentations to many states, but with your energy, with your vision, we would request that you should give the smart transportation ropeways as urban commutation in your state. We have, actually Andhra Pradesh has only one ropeway, but it is requested that we get an opportunity to get more ropeways for tourism, for cultural, for urban transportation in your state with your energy, with your outlook, and free the roads of fatality, emissions, congestion, time management, which is speed today, in today's language. Thank you, sir.
So, ma'am, there is I think a project coming out which connects Vijayawada to Amravati. From Vijayawada bus stand all the way to Amravati, and connecting the temple also, Durgamma Gudi, all the way across the river. So I think that should come out soon. I think that will be the first project that will go. But as I said, I'll share the Economic Development Board contact, so you can share the proposal and definitely they would take a hard look at it.
Yes, sir, we have many proposals in Bhavani Island, in Kanak Devi Durga Temple, but I think we were waiting for Chandrababu Naidu to come back.
No, we will love to actually take a hard look at it.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning. I am not from the business community. I am in Kolkata University. I am a teacher and researcher. My subject is economics, so that's why I am coming here to know directly about Andhra Pradesh from you as an energetic minister. So if we look at the undivided Andhra Pradesh, the development was mainly Hyderabad-centric, right? And when Andhra Pradesh was divided, so it was really challenging to develop the Andhra Pradesh part now, because Hyderabad is in Telangana, right? So what is the secret of the rapid development in current Andhra Pradesh? So of course, Chandrababu Naidu has a great role. So is there any other secrets, like in addition to the political stability, also we need some cooperations from different aspects of the economy. For example, agricultural land you need to develop industrial hub like this. So what kind of cooperation you have got from the farmers community and the other economic forums like that?
Yeah. Sir, now you're making me go back to classroom. I think Andhra Pradesh is a beautiful case study in that sense. See, people of Andhra Pradesh are also very entrepreneurial. I mean, historically, if you've seen across sectors, since 1980s, I believe because of course, our political party also has promoted in a very big way that entrepreneurship has become a way of life. That is one. And two is the most important thing. What is the magic sauce? In our case, it is only one person. See, honestly, if you look at Singapore, or if you look at where Malaysia started, Singapore was one person, Lee Kuan Yew. Malaysia is Mahathir. So great leaders make all the difference. So if you look at Hyderabad today, and if you think about airport, the ring road and all that, it requires a certain leadership with vision, and vision backed with political capital to execute it. We as a political party do a lot of training, and I attended one of the training classes. It's actually mandatory for all of us, including the working president, say Karyakarta tak, all of us have to go through training. And I had a very, very interesting analogy. The trainer said, all of us become carbon copy of our leader. In our case, our leader is so dynamic, energetic. He's like a sun. So the point is, how close do you want to be or how far do you want to be? It's as simple as that. So we draw a lot of energy and inspiration as a team. And I'm sharing with the team that what the greatness of our leader is, this is his fourth term. So he understands what does it take to create this kind of economic transformation. One of the big thing is that he has our back. So I don't need to check every time. He is a chief minister who has empowered his ministers to take decisions. Obviously, if you want to check anything, he's always available. But suppose I promise something, sir, I need to close this, sir is evaluating Andhra and some other state and I need to close it. I might give 1 rupee more or 1% more incentive. And if I have to close it, I know that my chief minister has my back. And there was an instance where one company which was a PLI scheme from Government of India in semiconductor, my secretary made a promise to them. And you won't believe the secretary was not there. He was in Bengal elections. He had to come for election duty. And the file came to cabinet. And I told my Honorable CM, I said, sir, the secretary he has made a promise. So I believe that, we should keep up. He said, are you sure he did that? He made a promise. I said, yes. Have you checked? Yes. He said, done. Let's agree to it. So when you have a leadership that has that kind of trust and belief in the entire system, it really enables us to deliver. And the second most important thing which I think as a nation we need to build is capacity. So we have a very close partnership with Singapore. So this goes back to Lee Kuan Yew ji and Naidu ji's relationship. So it's from the founding father to now the fourth prime minister, we have a very strong relationship with them. So we actually sent our ministers for a 7-day boot camp to Singapore. Urban planning, mobility, to water transportation, to technology. They were going from class to class to class, to the extent where my minister said that, sir, if you studied so much, you would have been an IAS officer. Because we didn't study so much, you are a politician. And jokingly said that capacity building is very, very important. And we are doing this more and more. So I sent my teachers, my government school teachers to Singapore for capacity building. Next batch is actually going to Finland in August. So we are going on this massive drive to build capacity, to expose our political leadership, our bureaucratic leadership, our cutting edge leaders to understand what does it take to build a nation. So I think these two, in my humble opinion, are very, very important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing.
I think Mr. Ishwaran also had a question. We can have the mic here. Mic here. And then we'll go back to the lady. Yeah. After this.
I'm Shiv Kumar Ishwaran. I'm the ICC chair from Tamil Nadu. So great meeting you at the Executive Committee meeting. Really impressed by the way you speak, and see a youngster heading it with and also a tag of a senior minister really gives us goosebumps. I know the country and the state is in great hands. So knowing the growth of Hyderabad and the way your father has really changed it from how it was and what it became, I'm sure the new capital will also become really great. And I'm from Chennai, so just a few kilometers is your Andhra Pradesh. So looking forward to a lot of investment basically in the water and wastewater treatment arena. Also, we are also into breweries and distilleries. So we took over a Belgium company way back in 2011. So I would also reach out to you, as I told you, have your number. We'll see with a concrete proposal to see how we could invest better. And with the whole landscape changing, I'm sure the other states would really see red the way you people are going. And 25% of the national investment, that means worldwide investment, is brilliant. So God bless, and Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words. We got Royal Enfield.
Oh, wow.
So we are really excited. They're building the plant now. It's the first plant outside of Tamil Nadu. So I met with the leadership and we're super excited about it. So Royal Enfield to fighter jets, all in Andhra Pradesh. But on a lighter note, yes, water management is going to be more and more critical. Wastewater to even desalination, the whole 9 yards. So more and more work is happening in the direction. Especially with Visakhapatnam growing at the pace at which energy requirement is one part, water requirement is the other part. Well, of course, we have Polavaram bringing a lot of water to Visakhapatnam, but long-term sustainability is going to be critical. So we'd love to have a conversation and take it out. And any contacts in Tamil Nadu, please do share with us. We'd love to steal business. Thank you.
Yes, madam.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Papri Chatterjee from ETV Bharat. Actually, what I wanted to ask you is, you had spoken for support of building a TTN temple over here in West Bengal after you had spoken to our Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari. Have you got any promises on having where to have this land, or at all if you can go ahead and build this temple? If you just could let us know. Thank you.
Let me switch to politics very quickly. No, I mean, the Honorable Chief Minister was very kind. As soon as I asked him, he said, absolutely, we need to build a temple. So he said, send a team over, we'll show the pieces of land and then they can decide where they should build. So once I go back, the chairman of TTD will come here, and touch wood soon will break ground, and Lord Balaji should be here in Kolkata.
Thank you, sir. Sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, we are from Calcutta. We are IT-enabled services provider. Our head office is in Calcutta. We want to invest in Andhra Pradesh also. We want to open a branch office in Andhra Pradesh. We want some commitment of orders for government. Can it be possible? Because our investment got to some extent, we can minimize from that side.
Sir, India is a very big market, and the AP government is a very small part of that big market. So as a state, we do preferred access for local companies, but it is not guaranteed. Because we are also bound by the frameworks that Government of India and the state government has. So it could be CAG or various other institutions have frameworks in place. So for us, we have to watch our pricing very carefully. So while preferred access is there,
local companies, though.
No, preferred access here, but we'll have to match in case someone is able to beat the tender, then I have to go with the price.
Price also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello. Good morning, sir. My name is Shumra Mandal. I lead a big machine building company in Germany called Simple Camp. We are in India for the last 60 years and as all European companies, we have larger production facilities in China, and now we are planning, or even we are doing foreign direct investment in India. So I would like to ask you whether there are any special programs for foreign direct investment in Andhra Pradesh, because we are just looking for the sites where we go, for the locations where we can go, and if there are any special assistance for European or German companies in order to place that foreign direct investment.
Well, we are yet to build a German city, but manufacturing city in Andhra Pradesh. But rest assured, we have an industrial policy. So I'll be more than happy to meet after the session, share the policy frameworks with you. Apart from that, depending on the sector that you do the manufacturing, and there are specific zones where we are focused, which is closer to the market and so on and so forth. So that's something that we'll be more than happy to share. Yeah? Thank you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Just once again, if you can raise your hand. Yep, perfect. Thank you. I can hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Vikas Tangalia from Decon. We are manufacturing railway components in West Bengal. We are supplying to all Indian railways. Yes. We want to set up a plant in Andhra, if possible. So Andhra or South, any South India, because we are supplying to all Indian railway. So if you set up a plant in South, it would be beneficial for us to, for the logistic point of view. So if you can guide us in this, so it would be very helpful to us.
No, absolutely. What we will do is, with the leadership, I'll share the Economic Development Board contact. If you can just share your note to them, okay, they'll really get on it and we'll close it.
So whom to connect, please, if you can guide us.
I'll do it, sir.
Please.
By the time I'm done with the session, I'll definitely share that. Yeah?
Thank you, sir.
And welcome to Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah, thank you.
So now you have no option. You can't go to any other southern states. You have to come to Andhra. Yeah. Thank you.
Definitely.
And in ICC also, we will have a particular person nominated for the Andhra investments. Perfect. So you people can coordinate, we'll share all the details and all, and we'll discuss with the economic board directly and see how to bridge and facilitate it.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Ramesh Pillai, and you will be happy to know that we have a Tirupati Balaji temple which is more than 100 years old near Shalimar station, sir. There is Andhra Association, Andhra School which is more than 100 years, sir, in Calcutta. So Bengal, Andhra, we have a very good relationship, sir. And I'm sure a lot of people will be investing in, sir, I'm a spice exporter. We are one-star export house of spices. And I would like to know what is the incentives that Andhra government is giving for putting up a cold storage in Guntur area, sir.
So food processing, depending on the quantum of investment and the nature of investment and the commodity, there is typically a fixed capital incentive that is given. Again, over a certain size gets tailor-made incentives, but cold storage won't get there. Over a 2,000 crore investment would get there. But we would love to have this conversation. The Minister for Food Processing, which is under the Agriculture Minister, they will reach out to you. So I can have, again, as the chair has said, we'll create a contact in ICC here who can directly then coordinate with the EDB. So we'll be more than happy to share all the policies which are already in place. So there's a specific policy targeting clients like you.
So is the government giving land also for building up a cold storage?
That I'm not certain. Let me come back.
Okay, sir.
Thank
you so much.
You share your proposal and we'll work it on. I think, sir, listening to you, we are even excited. I think ICC should also have its office in your state.
Done. We'll give you our Economic Development Board office is world class. We can have a nice chamber there.
Great.
The chamber can have a chamber there.
Absolutely. I think then we can coordinate closely. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. This is A. Sarkar. I have a firm, RCA Risk Management Consulting. I represent a Canadian company which is into urban waste management. It's a multifaceted, outcome-oriented project where you not only reclaim your wastelands for better use, you also have carbon credits, prevent greenhouse gas emissions, and also some bit of captive power generation. So I'd like to know from you if you have any vision in this direction so that we can work together.
So we are going about in that journey actually. So we are reclaiming a lot of land, waste is now getting transported. We already have PPAs in place, which were executed between I think 14 to 17. Somewhere there I think there were already PPAs that were executed, waste to power. So we can share that, and if there are any opportunities, I'm not sure whether things are available in that area, because I remember that CM was very bullish about it and he got it all done. So I don't know if there's more waste going to get generated to then convert it to energy where state can buy that energy. So we'll come back to you on that, but I take your point. Yeah?
Thank you, sir.
Please be in the, yeah. Mr. Agarwal. Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. Sir, my name is Sagar Agarwal. Yeah. I'm an educationist in Bengal. We're running a successful group of schools, K-12 and colleges. So it's very exciting to hear about the investments pouring into Andhra Pradesh. That means that the employability increases there. And you did mention earlier today that one of your premier goals is to increase the employability into many, many lakhs. My question is somewhere in the education line. So today, the capital development for a student, the timeline ranges anywhere from 10 to 15 years. But as we know, the industry demands change every year, now even overnight. So is there a feedback loop system that you all have managed to maintain with the government and the industries, with the institutions, so that the children are kind of coping up with the demands? And tying it back to Bengal, because there's so much employability in Andhra Pradesh, that gives a big scope for our students and the students of Bengal to come to Andhra and work there. So what can we do to collaborate this and ensure that that is happening in a much effective way?
So on the curriculum bit, absolutely. So I don't know whether you've been following what's happening in Andhra in higher ed. We've just started our phase of reforms, where the role of Commissioner Higher Education, as we call it, and then the APSHI, which is the body which comes about with the curriculum and gives a guidance note to the private sector and the government, universities. We've just about started that entire process. Because I was actually very focused on school at first. We had a lot more challenges there. So we just finished that entire reform. So what we are doing is, in my speech I spoke about clusters. So we have 22 clusters getting built out. And each of these clusters have a vertical and horizontal integration. Now vertical are all the components that go into making the cluster. Let's take electronics manufacturing, right? Sure. All the from the PCB board printing all the way down to the finished product shipping out, all the verticals have to come into the cluster, but there's also a horizontal, which is the education, testing, training, skilling, so on and so forth. So during my last visit to Russia also, we met a leadership at Rosatom, where we're talking about bringing in their critical mineral institute to do a center of excellence in Andhra University, which is one of our premier government universities in North Andhra. Because that's what we need. Because otherwise we really don't understand from beach sand all the way to monazite to various other products that come out. Probably sir understands, I don't understand. So what are the different components that are there? So we want to go about it very structured and capture the entire value, because I'm a greedy guy. I want to capture the entire value in my state.
Right.
I don't want even titanium dioxide to happen or titanium slug to happen outside my state. I want to capture it in my state, the entire ecosystem in my state. So we are using that kind of a vertical and horizontal integration as we go about. A great example of it is BITS is building now their campus in Amravati, and it's all going to be around quantum. India's first 150 qubit quantum computer from IBM, we just got cleared from US government. It's going to land in 3 months in Amravati. So we have a very thematic based approach. So why are we doing this? Because that's where industry plays a larger role. Industry feedback aayega. So like Aditya Mittal is doing a material sciences university in Anakapalli, because he's doing a specialty steel plant, right? So we are using the industry to give us a lot of pushback and saying what is the changes that you need. So we'd love to hear from you. And the Honorable Prime Minister has a 60,000 crore budget to revive all the ITIs. I'm sure you would have heard of it. And that's where private sector also has to chip in. So the first project that got cleared and grounded is in Andhra Pradesh, in the entire country in Andhra, by ArcelorMittal. So Adat was kind enough ki hum karenge. So we're doing even the ITIs. So even we worked with, when the leadership of Royal Enfield met me, I told them to adopt an ITI. I said, you take it up. You take up one ITI. And I have the staff, I have the whole line else. But you know, you understand what you need better than I do. Aap engine de do. Give me engines so that, our kids can train, learn, build, so that they're ready. From day one, they're ready, they're job ready. If not Royal Enfield, they'll go to Hero Motors, which is already right across the street. Or various other companies. Kia is in Andhra Pradesh already, and Isuzu is in Andhra Pradesh, and few more are coming to Andhra Pradesh. So opportunities are numerous. If each institution can adopt an ITI and hired, and then guide these institutions, then a lot of change can happen, and that's exactly what we are now doing in Andhra Pradesh. Now, on a scale 1 to 10, if 10 is the ideal state, where are we? I believe we are at about 2.5, 3. So, but we have 7 to do. So, and we are in that process. So, I have a very young IAS officer who's my commissioner I hired. Brilliant guy and very focused. And we are in that process. So, we'd love to take your advice, your guidance to also build this entire ecosystem out.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jai Hind.
Good.
Go ahead. Ladies first. Ladies first, sir. Ladies first. Yeah. Then we'll come back to you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Saloni Sureka. We met earlier today. I'm into gold jewelry wholesale and manufacturing business. And in fact, I've been supplying to Guntur, Vijayawada, Narsapur, Bhimavaram. I've visited most of these states personally also. I wanted to understand, does the government have any plans of opening any dedicated jewelry park over there? And is there any benefits that you offer to manufacturers to set up over there?
Oh, wow. So why am I saying wow is because my constituency, so I represent a constituency called Mangalgiri,
okay,
which as a political party we won it after 40 years. So we have 30,000 workers in this sector, and my dream was to build an entire gems and jewelry park in Mangalgiri. So I would love to have this conversation on the sidelines. We want to build an entire ecosystem from design to skilling to potentially lab-grown diamonds. Getting energy incentive also, because energy is a huge part of lab-grown diamonds. So we'd love to have this conversation.
100%, sir.
We want to build the entire ecosystem there. So we have a 75-acre park ready.
Okay.
We're just about doing all the other infrastructure that's required. So we'd love to work with you.
And Andhra Pradesh is one of the biggest consumers of gold jewelry. So
second largest in the
second
country.
largest.
Second largest in gold, yes.
Yes, in gold.
Probably diamonds were number 1. So. Yeah, no comment. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, again I have come back in between you. मैं श्री कुमार लखोटिया हूँ, भारतीय जनता पार्टी प्रवासी प्रकोष्ठ, अपना जो मारवाड़ी परिवार होता है उसका मैं अध्यक्ष हूँ, ऑल इंडिया एंड इंटरनेशनल। 6 तारीख को अब आप तो अपने परिवार के हैं, तो मेरी इश्यूज़ को तो मैंने श्रीकांत जी को बता दिया है, तो मैं अपने यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट नहीं कर सकता क्योंकि मेरा मोरल ड्यूटी होता है कि आई शुड नॉट डिस्क्लोज इट। बट है, छोटी सी इशू है, बट 500 करोड़ का इन्वेस्टमेंट इंतजार कर रहा है। और आपके पिताजी और सब हम लोग 6 तारीख को एक डायरेक्ट शेयर किए थे जहाँ पे हमने कहा था कि सारे इन्वेस्टर्स आपके पास आएंगे, यानी बंगाल में आएंगे। तो लेकिन अब तो अपना परिवार है, टोटल नाउ इट्स वन फैमिली। सो इट्स अ ब्रिज बिटवीन आंध्र प्रदेश एंड वेस्ट बंगाल। इट कैन बी हैपनिंग दिस वन, दैट्स ऑल एंड मोस्ट वेलकम। सबसे अच्छी बात है कि आपने युवा को, सीईओ को अपने साथ रखा है। सबके जितने हमारे जो ग्रोन फैमिलीज है ऑफ कोलकाता एंड वेस्ट बंगाल, यू आर सिटिंग विद द रियल सीईओज, एग्जीक्यूटिव्स ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस। सो कांग्रेचुलेशंस एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच।
सर, स्पीच में मैंने बोला था कि एंड ऑफ द डे स्टेट्स हैव टू लीड द वे। सो एंड आई थिंक लॉट वी हैव टू लर्न फ्रॉम ईच अदर, वी हैव टू शेयर आवर बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस। सो मेरे हिसाब से देश में एक काम करना है कि पूरे जो भी आईटी मिनिस्टर्स है उनका एक कॉन्क्लेव चलना है, और पूरे एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर्स का एक कॉन्क्लेव चलना है, इंडस्ट्रीज मिनिस्टर्स का एक कॉन्क्लेव कंटिन्यूसली चलना है, क्योंकि बहुत अच्छे प्रैक्टिसेस है। एंड आई बिलीव आई हैव लॉट टू लर्न from other states. I am equally here. जब मुख्यमंत्री साहब से मिला था कल रात, I learned so much from that interaction. And रात I think around 11:30 में सीएम साहब को व्हाट्सएप मैसेज भी आता कि बस मिनट्स ऑफ मीटिंग ये है, सीएम साहब का इंटरेक्शन ये हुआ है और टू डू लिस्ट ये है. So there's so much that I think we can exchange ideas and learn from.
Why I use this bridge? Because the West Bengal is now vacant land. There is no industry as of now, and जो industry है वो भी मरा हुआ है. तो जिंदा होगा। तो इंजीनियरिंग पार्ट आप संभालिए, टेक्निकल पार्ट आप संभालिए, मैकेनिकल एंड एग्जीक्यूशन पार्ट वेस्ट बंगाल संभालेगा। दैट्स व्हाट आई एम टेलिंग, एंड इट हैज both winners. Thank you.
Sir, one thing I can say is there's going to be a lot of competition from Bengal. मुख्यमंत्री साहब को मिलने के बाद मेरे को समझ में आ गया कि बहुत कंपटीशन आंध्र को आएगा बंगाल से
100%.
और सर एंड आई विल बी कंपीटिंग ऑन सर्टेन इन्वेस्टमेंट्स मेरे को लगा है. आई रियलाइज्ड इट आफ्टर यस्टरडेज डिनर.
Truly, in just 5 weeks, I can say that it's like that कि हम लोग 800 साल, sorry, I'm talking in Hindi, I will talk in
Hindi भी आता है सर.
So 800 years long, just like freedom we have got in West Bengal. So you are really lucky person, and I am thanking to youth, and they have invited at a very, 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 very beautiful weather. आज बरसात भी हो रही है
बहुत हुए
और मौसम भी हमारे यहाँ बदल चुका है और बदलेगा, ऐसा हमारा सीएम भी कहते हैं. Thank you.
Sir, taking advantage of your presence here, just want to bring your attention to the fact that we also are planning to develop a green alloy plant, and that would need, of course, will be backed by green energy, that is solar and BESS, etc. But the banking policies of the state, which differ from state to state, obviously, have some conditions which make it difficult and force the developer to necessarily procure power from the grid, making it again uncompetitive. So we would give our feedback to the Economic Development Board. The intent is basically to highlight that those, pinpricks may kindly be taken care of.
In fact, I was sharing with sir on the sidelines. See, ferroalloys is a very important sector for Andhra. It creates quite a few jobs. And the major input cost for ferroalloys is energy. And every few years, ferroalloys comes back to the state care said to the power prices come karo. I think yes, we are willing to handhold the sector, no second thoughts about it, but I don't think you should be dependent on the government. Right? You should fight in the market and we should support you. So I had a conversation with sir about it where he said certain structural changes are also required. So as a sector, we can support. See, while I can't do it for all, because you understand I have my department also has to run. So there is a certain challenges innately that we have inherited. So while that may be, we'll work on it. I have agreed that ferroalloys, this is something when the leadership of ferroalloys met me. I said, get out of our shackles. Go build the PP plant, the solar plants. Banking ka jo hai, aap proposal de dijiye. I said, I'll get it done. Because it's costing us more. Every time you come and knock on our doors, and it's on record, it costs us more to give you subsidized power than giving you banking. I've done my numbers, I've done my math. So it's cheaper for me to give you banking than subsidizing the power every few years. And then every few years you need to come back, meet me, meet the leadership, then this whole process of file. The amount of time and energy we're wasting of the industry is just ridiculous in my humble opinion. So therefore we want to make this robust. So we'll do this policy framework and as a sector we'll give it. Yeah? Thank you.
Wonderful. So there's a suggestion, like Andhra has been promoting very highly on the solar farm and all. There are two models. One is a developer who trade on the power. But my thought is, it is not very easy for 100% banking because the system gets blocked. And we have to also see a ecosystem where, the state and the manufacturer, they both are beneficial. It should not be anything which is subsidized is not for a long. So if a policy in Andhra is formulated where if we are generating a power in Andhra, solar, we have to consume in Andhra in the manufacturing space, which also creates an employment because other developers, they are buying the land, they are doing solar, they are selling it to SECI or to the grid, to the other. But ultimately, as a benefit from the state of Andhra, if any such policy where, things can create a different vertical from development to user and engaging the employment and generating the revenue and value for the state. So this is what I was thinking because any policy, it has to be certainly something should be sustainable from the state and all.
No, any policy we do should stand the test of time and politics, right? Saying that, sir, our vision is to do 160 gigawatts of renewable energy, which will come from solar, wind and pump storage hydro projects. All three put together is 160 gigawatts. There is no way I as a state will consume 160 gigawatts. Impossible. Even if I have to achieve, even at $2.4 trillion economy, 160 gigawatts हम consume ही नहीं करेंगे. So there is no way I'll consume so much. So when the vision is so bold and clear, we believe that we should contribute to the nation. And that is the approach that we have taken. And we have allowed private players to go, it could be PPAs with other state companies, so on and so forth. And we want to create that kind of a vibrancy and a competitive spirit. But as a sector, see, there are certain sectors that create more jobs. And there are sectors that create more economic impact and larger ripple effect. Like if you look at data centers. Now data centers is just the beginning. Now the data is the oil, data centers are the refineries. But then the kind of jobs it creates is not just in the data centers but the larger ecosystem, including the cooling system, the servers, manufacturing, assembly, the whole 9 yards is massive. So that is the approach that we are taking as a state. And that is what is differentiating us from the other states in India. So while we'll put guardrails, we believe that regulation should be meaningful and soft. Because, if you look at it, our GST growth rate last month, we actually measure growth rate every month. Last month was 17%. Just 1 month, year on year, 17% last month. So my dream is that I have to double my GST. If I have to double my GST, I have to get all of them to ground. Sir, Vijay Saab ko pata hai how much I'm chasing him about grounding his project. Today he met me, I said, Saab, kaam kab shuru ho raha hai? So he said, yaar, plans are waiting for for me to take a look. I said, boss, but jaldi ground kar. So for us, grounding is something we're very passionate about. We are not here to sign MOUs. We don't want to sign MOUs. As a government, we are not very serious about MOUs. Shake hand, let's focus on grounding. Grounding and grounding. Because that's what even India is looking at, that's what the Honorable Prime Minister is looking at. And when only projects get grounded, see, we're talking about 12 lakh crores worth of investments committed, 24 lakh crores worth of investments committed to my state. Just grounding those will triple my GST income. Just grounding those projects, boss. And the ripple effect is going to be much larger. So I made a promise to my CM that was, allow me to ground, give me flexibility on that one subject. I will double the state GST. And we're seeing early results. ArcelorMittal, 1,700 people have already started working on the field, boss. And they're just beginning. Google has started its work. Reliance is going to start its work soon. A-Trunk, which is Southeast Asia's largest player in this ecosystem, they are also doing a project in Andhra. So I think we're just at the beginning. So, 22 sectors. So Andhra is not just firing on one cylinders. You have seen V12 engines, you have seen V22. So 22 sectors will fire across board. Yeah? Hamara to jet engine hai isliye. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Nirmal from Sham Metallics. I take care of flat steel division, which Bhushan sir mentioned. First of all, sir, the speed at which we got land allocation and the incentives which have been passed now, it is unbelievable. I mean, 45 days it took us to get everything through. This is my second experience with Andhra government. In my earlier company in 2016, when your party was in government, we could start from groundbreaking to production in 8 months. And this time it looks like the speed at which things are moving, and that's still a record. None of the companies have managed to do it in 8 months' time. And this time, the speed at which we are moving, I'm sure we are going to break that record. So, one problem I would like to highlight, though Andhra is doing much better now, and hopefully in future, this would be even bigger than Telangana, but still, the air connectivity to most of the cities in Andhra is still through Telangana. So if something can be done about this, it would be a great help.
So I will ask my PR team to definitely cut this bite, give it to me so I can share it with Mocha, Minister of Civil Aviation, who happens to be from my party.
He's from TDP, so that's why this request, sir.
So Ram Mohan Naidu, I don't know whether majority of the members might not knowing, Ram Mohan Naidu is the Minister of Civil Aviation, is from Telugu Desam party. He is the youngest cabinet minister ever in Indian history. We have the youngest parliamentary party. I think he just got younger with our Rajya Sabha member also. We have a very young 41-year-old who's now become a Rajya Sabha MP. Vijay. Saying that yes, we are working on connectivity, we are building Bogapura Airport, your colleagues here just shared, July we're going to launch, so that's going to connect a lot of Visakhapatnam much better. Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada Kabi terminal we are expanding. We had an issue with the erstwhile contractor, so that's an airport authority of India airport, so they had to terminate and they got a new one. We're working on connectivity, both domestic and international. Ram is very passionate about it and very serious about it. So we will connect, and I know, because I had to fly direct, I had to come from Vijayawada to here, so I had to get a plane and come here. It was not easy, I totally get it. We will fix that, just bear with us. I think we're just about 6 months away. The problem is also that the airlines are ready, but the planes are not there. The planes are there, the engines are a problem. We've seen the challenges at various, so we are trying to request, beg, borrow, steal connectivity.
Thank you.
So that's a serious problem and we'll work on it. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. I'm Balaji Pentala, Balaji Seeds Crop Sciences Private Limited, Hyderabad. Based on your hometown, sir, Amravati ke paas hamara Chirkulurpeta hai. We started business in 2017 in seed sector. In 2019, YSRCP government के हिसाब से हम वहाँ पे निकल के हैदराबाद चले गए. Right now we are very trustable. We build in Andhra Pradesh very trustable government, and we are very happy to come back with you. There we have to work in Andhra Pradesh. And आपको इंस्पिरेशन पे हमारा यूथ आंध्र प्रदेश का यूथ बहुत आज तेजी चलने का बहुत कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ईज ऑफ बिजनेस इसका साथ में ट्रस्ट ऑफ बिजनेस आंध्र प्रदेश. ईज ऑफ बिजनेस, स्पीड ऑफ बिजनेस विद के साथ ट्रस्ट ऑफ बिजनेस इन आंध्र प्रदेश राइट नाउ इट गोइंग. एंड वी वुड लाइक टू आस्क यू, जो पूरा सीड जो है आंध्र प्रदेश में ही प्रोड्यूस हो रही है. Like maize, worldwide maize is producing from Andhra Pradesh, and jute seed also from here, and in West Bengal is the most world biggest industries in jute seed. Yarn भी यहाँ पे तैयार होता है. Right now 88 mills here, but right now almost 20 mills are closed in West Bengal. We would like to basically Guntur people. 100% production is Guntur, from Guntur. Jute seed is producing there and selling in West Bengal and Bangladesh. We are exporting. We are exporting a major exporter of Bangladesh, sir. And 3 countries we are exporting from Hyderabad and Guntur. So, आप जूट का यहाँ के गवर्नमेंट के साथ में और ICC को भी हम रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. जूट सीड में जो एक्सपोर्ट हो रही है, लोकल में सेल हो रही है, उसका सर्टिफिकेशन जो होता है, APSSC है हमारा सर्टिफिकेशन एजेंसी होता है गुंटूर में. वहाँ पे जो ओरिजिनल कार्ड जो आता है वो यहाँ पे डुप्लीकेट ज्यादा बन रहे सर. बेसिकली एंड बॉर्डर्स लाइक बनगांव, हिली एंड अदर थिंग्स. आई वुड लाइक टू इन्फॉर्म यू सर, प्लीज कंसर्न ऑफिसर को बोल के वो कम करने के लिए देखिए, क्योंकि हम आंध्र प्रदेश गवर्नमेंट को भी बहुत लॉस भी हो रहे हैं और यहाँ पे फार्मर को भी बहुत लॉस हो रहे हैं उसके बारे में.
Absolutely. Just on a side note, between 19 to 24, though there was a different government and there were challenges, whatever policies that we've done between 14 and 19 and the companies that actually ended up getting grounded between 14 and 19, while they didn't have tailwind, the government couldn't do anything to them because we followed due process. So even our capital city, when they tried to, change the capital city, they couldn't do it because the agreements were clear, was legally binding. So whatever we do will stand the test of time and politics. And on the agriculture bit, one thing that we're really passionate about, and we're working with a very large company, it will be unfair to name before we actually make the official announcement. But like the Indian School of Business you have seen in Hyderabad, we are going to build Indian School of Agriculture, where end-to-end research is going to happen, and we are going to create world-class agriculture commodities research happening from the great state of Andhra Pradesh. So I think that's a great opportunity. In terms of the certificates and all, please share a note. We'll definitely work with the government. Now we have a very proactive government here, so it'll become a lot easier to talk to the Honorable CM and get the ball rolling. Thank you.
I know the discussions can go on, but we have paucity of time. Very briefly, if you can mention if you have some proposal. Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, my name is Anuj Uppal. One very big highlight I would like to give you, Bengal and Telugu films, we have got one similar name, both are Tollywood. Now, since you all break away from Telangana and Andhra, you have lost one very big opportunity. The film city, Ramoji Film City is very popular. People from Bengal films, they generally prefer that. I would like you to develop, because Pawan Kalyan is a very big star, I follow him. You must develop something like Ramoji Film City so that we can also travel there and a lot of investment. It's a very big market.
Sure. Thank you. Yes, please. It's working.
Ramoji Film City was built with a vision and a grit of a great person, Mr. Ramajrao ji. Way back, this project was envisaged, I think, in the late 80s, if I'm right, or early 90s. From then, it got built. So, definitely, entrepreneurs like you have to dream bigger than us to build that kind of an ecosystem. Of course, Pawan ji, our Deputy CM, is a great actor, and cinematography is with Minister Durgesh ji. He's also very progressive. So, film industry is also a very big economic driver. Definitely production, post-production, whole 9 yards is a huge economic driver. And we're working on attracting even that sector. But definitely, as I said, about a stickiness currently to Telangana because of the last 60 years of development. But that's definitely one sector that we're working. But beyond new industry, we believe that creator economy is bigger. If you see with the advent of the platforms, creator economy has become a lot bigger. So we are very excited to build a creator ecosystem. Short films to shorts to whole 9 yards. I think there's a lot more that we can do. So thank you for your feedback. Jay.
I know the discussions can go on and people would like to interact more and more, but all good things have to come to an end. And I would now request Mr. Bhajanka, our Vice President, to please deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Normally, I have very nice flowery speeches that are written on some notepads there, but I couldn't. I left my notepads there because it wouldn't do justice. In my 10 years of history with ICC, I have never seen so many questions asked to any speaker. In 10 years, I have never seen this level of participation. I have never seen this level of excitement. And I think all I can say is that, we are lucky. Andhra Pradesh is lucky. And so hopefully, it will be unfair if it is just limited to Andhra Pradesh. I hope, God willing, very soon, he will be the face of India as well. So, sir, I hope and I pray that going forward, you're not just going to be leading Andhra, you're going to be leading our country as well, God willing. And I think this man deserves a standing round of applause. Thank you, sir. Yes. And now some mementos. Could we just have some?
Kindly sit. We have some mementos. I request President to kindly present the mementos. Yeah. With this, the session will come to an end. You are all invited to join us for lunch, and our friends from media can move in the front, and we can have the press interaction. You are all requested to join for the lunch. And our friends from media, please come forward.
Thanks for coming. Done. कल हमें टीम